execution time. It's game number 2. Will they finally float back up? Because the urgency right now for TNC is really high. And look at that. It's the skin. It's the season skin for Grok. Finally, they've used it.
I feel like that's one of the best looking season skin, season skins
Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
And honestly, it looks like a skin that would be worth like 800 plus diamonds.
Yeah.
But the fact that you got it as a season skin is really, really cool.
For free.
Amon. It's been a while, Amon. I haven't seen him since last season.
SDZYZ on the Amon. I'm just thinking, what, did he ever play this hero?
Oh, Kenji trying to get that level 2. He didn't get it there, so he had to flicker. But, I mean, still, this is the power of the die rough in that lane, right? So, the question, too, yeah, we haven't really seen Amon, you know? And
in the hands of SD.
No, just in the season so far, right?
Both
how is it gonna
sentiments,
work?
Yeah, he was in perma-invisible form. Just never leaving invisible form. I'm going to have to go back to my stashes from last season to check if SDZYZ has a record there.
Okay.
Wait. Yasuo onto the Paquito.
Yeah.
Okay.
Already forcing him back here. Demon Knight 2. Escalera. Ben Things goes in. Ben Tips shows the play. Grabbing a kill under the turret. First blood.
That's how you take out the first player onto your enemy. Hashtag Ben Tips. Just getting off a full surprise onto the top lane. Tank from TNC.
Now RSG, don't have to worry that much about though, but I like this aggressive rotation by TNC, getting vision right away, trying to go for a play to reduce the juggling of Demon Kite. And the pocket picks, what comes with pocket picks is surprise. The unpredictability of how your opponents will move, how they'll play around a specific kind of pick.
You're like being in limbo right now on the side of RSG, because under the positioning, it's Cram and SDZYZ trying to secure a counter, a possible retribution counter, plus the ultimate of Demon Kite.
Well, Turtle's going to be taken just like that with one lethal counter. Demon Kite grabs that one. He's, you know, he was kind of jealous of the previous game, how it was being played and all the objectives were being taken. Now Demon Kite doesn't.
Can I have my time now? Says Demon Kite.
It looks like the last time SDZYZ, interestingly enough, played Amon was last season, also against RSG.
Thank you for that, Redmore.
Yeah.
See, last season, look at that, Dawning Light.
Great steal there by Aqua.
Just stolen here. Yasuo, though, there you go. Light, they follow up with a combination of CC. They grab a kill for themselves, even across the board for kills. Now RSG with a nice little gold lead on top of it.
That was snappy by RSG. It's like one big play after another. Aqua says, okay, I'll steal your buff. Then Light says, all right, let's get this kill. Great call there by RSG.
A steal and a kill. That's skill.
Oh, man. Even with the shards there, Demon Kite still going for SD. He's going to pay him back. Grabs the kill. And now it's Cram has to sprint out of there. So this is the thing, right? You're kind of wondering, does Amon work with the jungle emblem specifically too? You know, the damage just wasn't there. I mean, you saw it, right?
I wanted to ask, does it sacrifice magic damage? Is on the side of RSG right now using this emblem, Ernmore?
Yeah, it will. It will really depend here on the build of SDZYZ. Again, we know that Amon does have like a good amount of sustain.
Yeah.
He gets a little bit of heal. He can go invisible. So I have a feeling SDZYZ, the way that he plays, especially after Season 9, this might be more of a defensively built Amon.
Okay, well, they give Way of the Dragon off on Demon Kite, plus the arrow. They have their own combination, and the payback is there as Demon Kite falls.
That's what you call a good read.
A good read,
Oh,
plus
my goodness.
the arrow will connect.
Escalera, he was known for it in Season 9. Kenji trying to do his best, flickers out. Cram looking for the kill, and he gets it.
Just Escalera thing saying, acknowledge my Selena.
Yeah, man, what a terror. After one game, gets banned for most of Season 9, lets through, and then he gets another win again, and then now in Season 10, another performance so far. So far, so good, going in for TNC.
Yeah.
But they know they have to play this way because they don't have the traditional marksman. That's why they're trying to set the pace. Again, similar to game number 1, they're trying to match the aggression and speed that RSG is playing because they have to. RSG has the Beatrix. Well, if that Beatrix can freely farm, TNC will be in danger.
That's the danger you're talking about right there, though. And this time it's for RSG. So if you want to talk about pacing, TNC is doing their best with what they have. Like you guys mentioned, they do lack the traditional marksman that might show up later on, but if they can keep this ball rolling, it might work out in their favor.
Yeah, keep the ballman rolling. Oh wait, they don't have the ballman. So yes, TNC, tremendous job right
They've
now.
got the almond though.
Yeah, they got the almond.
But light here.
Uh-oh.
Up against 3.
Forced to go back. You know, TNC, how they're playing right now reminds me of Echo. It's like a TNC Express with another one there in the bottom lane.
You were asking about the endless shards.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we just saw it, right? A little bit of struggle early on for SD, but able to grab a kill on the bottom side. Kenji struggling. And now, again, TNC slowly building this little bit of lead they have. What I do want to see, though, too, is later on when these objective team fights start happening, I feel like RSG Philippines, if they can land their CC right, they have very tanky front lineup, whereas TNC kind of has to pick RSG apart. That's what they're hoping for.
They want to divide and they want to conquer the side of RSG here. Because what we're seeing here, Light just needed to be with Eman right now because the damage on how TNC is aggressively rotating. Escalera right now is probably having a good time. I got my hands on my hero. Guys, let's do one big rotation that can finally divert the attention of RSG. Just that. Forcing them to like totally be in one lane.
Yeah. There's a lot of burst damage on the side of TNC right now. I would be surprised if RSG like really hard commits here. Great positioning by TNC. They're keeping Aqua back. They know how important the savior is to RSG PH.
Yeah. They're just keeping Aqua there. I mean, he's quite low.
Yeah.
Already going to go ahead and give a go on the turret first, tier 1 in the mid lane.
Oh.
That's going to be taken. Turtle still being juggled around by both teams here. Who's going to commit to this one? Demon Kind position. Light going to take quite a few punches. Able to survive still, though. Going to have to go heal up. Rest of RSG Philippines trying to get in place. That's going to be the turtle secured by TNC, though. So again, a nice play for TNC.
And Redmar was right. The position of TNC just totally made RSG say that, okay, let's not commit. We're too far from one another. It's a skeleton for RSG on how to just put everything right away, specifically for that fight.
Yeah. And right now, RSG, they're probably not surprised the game has gotten to this point. They're up against a pocket strategy. They're up against a gold lane assassin-built Paquito. So they know and they understand that TNC are going to put them or can put them in the position. TNC have. So TNC just, at this point, they really just don't let go of the gas pedal. But keep it controlled, keep finding Aqua, keep trying to shut the savior down. Because as we've seen many times in games such as these, the marksman and the savior, it's so important their role in the potential comeback here for RSG that TNC will just have to do everything to keep them back.
Yeah, I love to mention Eman and Aqua because on the composition of RSG, they have the capability to have a peek, have an in and out of vision on where TNC is heading with the pokes with a dawning light for Aqua, just to give information on where TNC is aggressively rotating. Right now, they're putting the question up to Eman like, we need the damage right now because we're looking at Eman and Kenji to supplement the damage, and just Demon Kite here just probably peeling out 2 members of TNC.
I think they're just going to give they're just going to grab the kill here. Yasuo got out as quick as he could. Might be looking for an angle, though, himself, as he's going to plant himself in that bush, looking for Emon if he can. Flickers in! Look at the damage! Comes out! Grabs the kill! Emon falls here. What a play from Yasuo! And now Ben things with the way of the dragon on Kenji. Kenji could be in trouble. Wild charge comes out, but look at Yasuo! Forcing Aqua back! Dawning Light's gonna come out. They're looking for a kill on Demon Kite. Not enough damage, but it's Cram, and it's Cram time again. Even though he falls, he grabs the kill.
The key for TNC right now looks to be a Paquito. It was a fighter with a Festival of Blood in game number 1. Now it's an assassin gold lane. Paquito. TNC. Pocket strategy. Surprise plays. It's throwing off RSG right now.
You know what I like to call that from Yasuo?
What?
BDE. Big damn energy.
Definitely.
There you go. Because, dude, like the plays,
energy.
That's the angles that he is finding on this gold lane Paquito is not something that we typically see.
Yeah, look at the build. Hunter Strike, Malefic Roar, Festival of Blood, focusing on full damage items. that is a bounty hunter on that Paquito. No wonder he can do what he did to both Aqua and Yasuo.
Just imagine having Knuckles with guns and axe.
Yeah. It's like Emon has the shotgun, but Yasuo brought the guns.
Just showing up in a party. Right now, what RSG is trying to do here is they need to have the defense in the side of TNC because there's no turret destroyed in the hands of TNC. Plus, you have a 6K gold lead.
This is almost kind of a little bit of a flashback from game 1 at this point. No turrets at all for RSG Philippines. The gold lead is now about 6K in. You know, and it's tough because you're trying to find resources, trying to find farm around the map, and at this point, you're kind of just turtled up in your base. So RSG Philippines has to find some type of miracle, which is going to come out from the setups, probably from Light, the best they can.
RSG right now, good position, trying to take control of the top side, knowing that the purple side area might be in danger right now, a big mouse trap. They check top, no info there. They have an idea that they're probably members of TNC here.
Yeah, that's a good spot out here, right? So they need to protect Emon. Emon is very vulnerable in these situations here. They're gonna have to play around it.
Oh yeah, they're just using this purple right now. Yasuo is just fully...
wow, stolen!
That is a steal from none other than the Pac-Man, Yasuo.
Yasuo is playing out of his mind. I mean, yes, he's only 2-1, but he has found the mark. He's been stealing resources, and he's just playing great on this gold lane Paquito right now. And you can see RSG Philippines responding to it, right? They need to pretty much just stick together at this point. They're trying to feed Emon as much as possible. Now, the one good thing for Aqua specifically is even though he hasn't been able to do too much on that Xavier pick, as the later the game goes, it does scale very well for the Xavier. But already, I mean, look, Light is the tank.
Almost.
And Yasuo is just, you know, with a few punches, bringing him down to half health.
He's breaking rocks with his fists.
Just imagine this kind of boxer. I can't imagine looking at his knuckles right now. Full of practice, mastery. But they're just...
Is that what you see when you look into to boxing gloves? Okay, they're actually going to go in here.
Ooh.
Grabbing a big pickup on Cram. So this makes it a little bit more risky for TNC to actually start up this Lord.
Well, and also, 4 ultimates has been used inside of RSG.
Yeah, that's a lot. They have to bide their time, really wait for it, and they understand it. No lethal counter for Demon Kite. Oh, they reset the Lord. Good call there by SDZYZ.
Good call. Arrows
Positioning is still key for TNC.
And Thing's gonna poke here. Goes on the right. Target with the way of the dragon. Can they follow up on it? Escalera flickers out, but it's not gonna be enough. Yasuo going in with the punches. It's a killing spree for SDZYZ. And it's Demon Kite on the run here. That's gonna be a goal for TNC to take the Lord.
Well, 3-1 there for TNC. It looks shaky for both teams. In the end, it's TNC who walks away with a relatively free Lord. RSG only lost Kenji. This is going to be a big defense here. Aqua's only level 12. Again, this Savior will be massive. Checking out the items. Lightning Truncheon, Clock of Destiny, and the Enchanted Talisman. Core items that you want here. But will he have the burst? He has the cooldown reduction. He doesn't have the Divine Glaive. He doesn't have the Genius Wand. So it'll be up to Aqua to just freely hit as much as he can, and for TNC to not give Aqua the opportunities to keep resetting the cooldown of his abilities. TNC will need to watch out for their spacing in this siege.
So speaking of space here, we were talking about Aqua. Also, we were talking about the burst damage that he can get. I think they need to do is get a combo out from Emon right now because he has the range as well that they can utilize. Because right now, TNC just smelling somebody here in the bushes. It's Light.
They smell Light, and that's going to be it. The mega kill going over to SDZYZ. The rest of RSG Philippines has to defend. They're down the roamer. This is going to be very difficult here. A turret's still going to be up.
Great sense there by TNC. They had the feeling that Light was there. They pulled the trigger. They got the call. Now there's going to be a tougher defense here for RSG.
There's no front line for RSG right now. Who could be the possible first line of defense here? It's impossible, but still, they're just waiting on for the minions for the push on the side of TNC, forcing RSG to go out of the base.
Okay, so what RSG did there is they managed the minion waves incredibly well. But also, looking back at it, it looks like the pickoff that TNC tried to do on Light, or that they committed onto Light, actually bought RSG just a little bit of time to clear the minion waves a little bit more, so that TNC couldn't even go for a very serious attempt at breaking any of the base turrets.
Which is surprising because you'd think with that little bit of a powered-up Lord, they'd at least get one turret.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they didn't here for them. So already, RSG Philippines, look at the gold that is being built here by both teams, SDZYZ and Yasuo. Just massive amounts of gold.
9,000 is the key number for Aqua to really be a big monster for the side of RSG. 9,000 or 8,700, around that mark.
Yeah, but this forces RSG to rotate for resources and just giving TNC an option to smell them right onto the camp. This is not looking good.
It really isn't. Sorry, when you said an opportunity to smell them,
Yeah.
I think RSG just has to be careful. It's like, guys, don't let them smell you.
Yeah, Ben Things just has this scent.
Yeah, don't let them smell what we're cooking.
Yeah, this is not looking. I know Light right now is probably needing to have the space that he can give for the 4 members, because if Light disappears first, there's no defense for RSG.
I mean, Light's job literally at this point is just to land either a wall or a wild charge, or a combination of the two, because
Perfect combo.
he's
Yeah.
most likely going to go down first. Demon Kite's quite tanky himself. So now, again, crucial moment here for RSG Philippines. They want to contest this Lord that will already be juggled around by TNC.
No spot there from Aqua from the Donny Light though.
Now this will be about minion wave management and positioning in the shrubs. That's why Kenji's positioning is key right now for RSG. With the 2 members of TNC, potentially they know the Benthage is there. Cram is coming through the mid lane. They can cover the potential attempt at the RSG backline dive. So Kenji's positioning right now is important, but Kenji showed himself on the map, so TNC knows and has an idea. But TNC looks like they're positioning themselves in such a way that potentially they might be able to pick off Kenji and throw off RSG that way.
Oh, they're baiting out RSG. But
Yeah, they're gonna
suddenly
try
they're
to
being
crash down.
careful here.
Cram going to try to show face
Already
here for
used it.
Emon.
He's blocked.
Falling Star Moon going to be committed here. Going to back off for now. They do get an ultimate out. Lord's still going to be juggled around here. Dawning Light comes out. Demon Kite trying to grab the purple buff. Who is going to give the call first here?
It's dangerous.
Demon Kite trying to get some vision. Lord's still going to be worked on. TNC might be able to grab it as they do. SD
Clean.
grabbing the Lord here. Another clean take for TNC.
Leaving no space for objective takes. RSG right now is crumbling in the hands of TNC.
Great play there by TNC. Weren't too eager to get a kill. They knew that the Lord was the main objective of that scramble there. RSG did what they could to get closer, but with a massive lead and the amount of burst damage that TNC has, they knew they had to respect that, and they couldn't get close. Divine Glaive right there, already built by the Savior. So it doesn't, we don't have to wait for 8,700, 9,000. This is a Savior that can already deal damage, and that TNC has to respect. If they can't get Aqua, TNC is going to have a hard time ending the game here. But RSG right now, their front line is being, dare I say, outplayed by the front line of TNC. Ben Things, Cram, even Yasuo is doing a tremendous job of handling the tempos of fights right now for TNC.
Closing the gap right now for TNC here. Tries to prey on this last turret down bottom.
Yep, base is now going to be cracked open a little bit here. Bottom side goes down. RSG Philippines on the defense once again. They do have the tools they need. They might just be happy with giving up one turret. RSG Philippines still going to defend here, but TNC going to take some resources from them as well. 9K gold lead ahead. This is, if you go back to game one, the disciplined approach from TNC.
There's a call.
Conceal play going to come out, but I don't think they're going to get there in time. TNC already heading back to base.
He just assumed that somebody was there in the camp, because right now we were talking about RSG on how to fight back, because Renmar just said earlier, we have the Aqua, and Emon probably has the damage to take this on to the later stage of the game.
Yeah.
Because right now TNC, RSG has to break the glass in case of emergency thing. So if that happens, they lose the chance. If they keep on waiting for the right moment, it also be a dangerous pit that they can enter.
Yeah, look at that gold lane Paquito. 48,000 damage dealt already and rising. No marksman needed, says TNC. But at this point in the game, it's a marksman. It's the backline heavy composition of RSG that they have to be careful of. But TNC so far have shown, have done everything correctly. Play aggressive quickly, position, be able to balance being aggressive and being careful. TNC are playing a near perfect game with the lineup that they have and the lineup that they are up against.
just want to say that since we're talking about earlier about cram, I know cramming is not a good thing, but because right now on the last 3 weeks, it just brings out the best in players. The urgency.
Yeah.
Cramming is good as long as you calculate your risk and winning whatever is at stake in your challenge. Man, it just gives you the best performance ever.
It sounds like you crammed a lot in university.
Yeah.
He said shamelessly, yeah.
I did.
We learned about his early childhood with the rubber bands, and now we learned about the cramming habits of OSX in college.
Yeah.
And now
OSX Origins.
OSX Origins.
Yeah,
Watch
know
the
what?
podcast.
Yeah, because you know what? For me, especially, pressure just gives me so much. Well, it activates a lot of part of my body.
Yeah, and okay, we will dissect that some other time. But right now, the pressure is on RSG to find the opening.
There you go.
Because TNC, they're managing everything incredibly well. Yasuo staying in an area that could be very risky if RSG. There's a potential for a Paquito endgame split push if RSG aren't careful. So it's great positioning by Yasuo and a great amount of confidence and trust for TNC, saying that we can hold as 4, knowing that potentially RSG are holding as 5 a little bit closer to one another right now.
Speaking of closer to one another, Yasuo is just cleared the bottom lane, clearly securing an exit just in case for TNC. Cram and Yasuo on using Paquito, the mastery of these two players.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Cram taught him a lesson or two, but okay, Ben Things can knock up. No one gonna commit just yet. I'm wondering if they actually want to commit to this Lord. It is gonna be half health here.
They're just making it ring. They're just baiting out RSG to just go in.
Everybody in position. Light trying to reset it with the wall here.
Wow,
Kenji goes
good
in. He's gonna get kicked back. Nice little cheeky reset there coming out from Light.
Great call. RSG knew they had no way of getting to that Lord safely for a potential steal or turnaround. So Light says, okay, no one can have it yet.
This is just buy time for RSG, just doing a good control and also pushing out the lane equilibrium here because there are just 3 members here on the side of RSG that could look deadly.
Uh-oh, Dawning Light already committed.
Yeah, Dawning Light's coming out. Yasuo still not there. Lord's gonna reset again here. Cram.
It's not the Lord for TNC.
Okay, they're gonna go ahead and kick. Demon Kite, can they follow up? They don't have the damage here just yet. Now Light gonna give the back call. They back off. TNC though, could be in a position to take the Lord. RSG Philippines still gonna plant themselves around here. Cram just doing Cram things. Getting information and pushing them back.
One-man zone now. This looks like a free Lord.
It's just Cram things. There's a space. TNC says nobody could enter this. This is our game.
That is actually just insane how a couple members of TNC holding back RSG Philippines and the way that they juggled and danced around that Lord to secure it just shows, again, this kind of new version of TNC. We asked how many times can a Phoenix rise? Well,
unlimited.
And then to the point now where, yeah, it's actually multiple members of TNC. When they all kind of come together, then they form this type of team that you're used to seeing where, yeah, they're potentially going to sweep RSG Philippines. They sweep Onyx Philippines, right? So this is a new version or a refined version of something that goes back to their basics, if you will.
There you go. But now for the basics, RSG here needs to have a tight defense because there's a Lord here. They could either divert the power of RSG.
Yeah, so Lord's going to be taken care of actually quite quickly. This is the struggle, right? Not having a traditional marksman. It's a little bit harder to get these turrets down, and that's why we're seeing them struggle to even get this mid-turret down, despite that being a pretty beefy Lord 24 minutes into the game.
It might be down to Yasuo just saying, believe me, trust in me, and going for a huge flicker combo play straight into the formation of RSG. The TNC, they rarely do that. They'll really rely on Escalera and Ben Things to set things up and open things up for them.
Right now, they're probably finding an opening here for RSG because the one that they're trying to look after, yes, do you need to find the opening? Because right now, Escalera has so much traps and vision across the map. And looking at these items right here, this is enough for TNC.
It's enough for everyone. At this point, it'll just be about juggling items at the right time. Still waiting on the last item there for Light. whatever that may be. But even without it, they should
There's
be
a
fine.
call.
Okay, conceal play gonna come out. Ben Things should be fine. They're pushing him out here. Kram, though, gonna focus on Emon. Does have the immortality here, but Kram looking at 1 versus 5. Takes quite a bit of damage. Lethal counter comes out. Looking for the kill. They can't find it. Look at the backside. SD's the one to fall here. RSG Philippines with a big play. And it's TNC on the run now.
Okay, from on the rise to on the run. Now it's RSG saying, okay, we have an opening here. SD's down for 57, but there's a good amount of burst damage on the hands of Yasuo, literally on the hands of Yasuo, to maybe miraculously steal this Lord away. RSG, they should go for this right now. 45 seconds until SDZYZ comes back. A great play there. Initially, RSG, it looked like their entry for that play. Once they popped that conceal, Escalera and Kram actually stopped Kenji from getting and joining the rest of RSG to continue it. But RSG stuck true to their formation, what they can bring out, and luckily was able to get the kill onto SCZYZ. 20 seconds now on the timer for this Amon. 20 and counting. TNC's delaying. They're going for split pushes right now.
The top side, they're going to push in, but the kill goes out. Ben Things falls here. Now it's Kram versus Emon and Light. Demon Kite still working on the Lord. Can they buy enough time here? Yasuo's still planning himself on the top side. Kram trying to do his best while he can, but that's going to be the Lord secured for RSG Philippines. Can Kram escape this one? Should be just fine. And right now, RSG Philippines trying to swing it back in their favor.
Oh, now it's not. RSG really needed that Luminous Lord because right now they needed a great push. Just taking out the most important players of TNC. First SDZYZ, now Ben Things.
This is a fantastic performance by these two teams. The desperation right now, the hunger, the desire for TNC to get more points, get closer to playoff standing, and the desire of RSG to get more points, to get close to the top 2 standing so that they don't have to go through the first round elimination come playoffs, or maybe even keep their playoff spot. This is how close the points are right now this season. Anyone can still potentially miss out on the coveted playoffs positioning. RSG marching closer and closer to the base of TNC. STZYZ's been found.
No one is still safe. STZYZ is pulling out. He's luring out RSG to go to the base.
He did buy some time, but they're going to chase him down in 4-member force. SD getting deleted here, but he did buy time for TNC to go ahead and take care of the Lord. Now they need another 67 seconds to hold on.
No. Right now, it's just not looking good for TNC.
He has a flicker, though.
Yeah, Ben thinks he's going to be fine.
Safe there.
It's just the defense is buying time for TNC.
Hey, you see how ruthless RSG are right now. By the way, try the esports guess in the MLBB client. Now TNC trying to guess as a way to find an opening right now because RSG have just fully taken control of the map yet again. It's going to be back on a big setup by Escalera or Ben Things. Oh, it lands into Emon.
Big arrow there, but they can't follow up. Ben Things trying to find an aim on the backside. Goes in with a flicker. Gets the kick right on Emon. Can they grab the kill? Immortality going to be popped. No one there to follow. Kram trying to buy time, trying to find a kill. Can't get it. It's Emon once again. And the team for RSG Philippines coming out clean. Can TNC actually hold on, or is this going to be the game?
RSG Task Force is up and online. It's the window that Ren Santa Cruz said earlier. It's the damage right now of Emon.
Oh! He's going to grab the kill there, but it's a Wintertron plus immortality for Kenji. SD, the only one here in the base for now, and now Ben Things is up. RSG Philippines still trying to punch this one in. They've got the minion wave. Ben Things trying to buy some time here, finding Emon, kicks the right target, but it's a monster kill, and that's going to be it. We're going to game 3 as RSG Philippines turn that one around.
Raiders bouncing back. Invaded by game number 1, but heck, we're taking on this game farther than we expected. Just bouncing back from the mistakes.